The girl was only 16 when she was forced to marry the old emperor, all because she looked too much like the emperor's deceased first love. So the emperor insisted on taking her into the palace as his bride. The girl was originally the eldest daughter of the prime minister's family. A few days ago she attended a banquet, where the seventh prince fell for her at first sight. But at that very moment the emperor also caught sight of her, and shockingly discovered the girl was identical to his first love in the painting. So one night after drinking, the emperor foolishly issued a decree to take her as his consort. The next day a eunuch came to the prime minister's mansion to deliver the imperial edict. When the mother heard her daughter was to marry the old emperor, she grabbed a spear in fury ready to confront him. But then the girl told her parents she was willing to enter the palace, because the crown prince position had never been settled. Her father now held the high position of prime minister. If the girl remained unmarried, someone would surely try to drag the prime minister's family into power struggles. Marrying the emperor would actually help them avoid these troubles. So the next day the girl married into the palace. When the emperor lifted her veil and looked at that face identical to his first love, his heart filled with melancholy, because after sobering up, the emperor deeply regretted his absurd decision, and angrily scolded the eunuch for not stopping him back then. But now the imperial decree had been issued. The emperor had no choice but to reluctantly take the girl into the palace. So on their wedding night the emperor didn't touch the girl. The next day, feeling guilty toward her, the emperor rewarded her with plenty of treasures, and even granted her special permission to skip morning greetings to the empress. But the girl felt that having just entered the palace, she still needed to follow the palace rules, so she immediately had her maid help her dress up. Who knew when the girl went to greet the empress, just for being half an hour late, the empress punished her to kneel under the scorching sun for 6 hours. But after kneeling for 4 hours, the girl fainted from heatstroke. Fortunately the seventh prince passed by at that moment, and carried the unconscious girl back. The emperor rushed over immediately upon hearing the news. When the girl woke up, the emperor said he had already punished those responsible, and no one would dare bully her again. Then he revealed the truth about why he married her into the palace. But the girl harbored no resentment toward the emperor. Instead she thanked him for promoting her father. Seeing how understanding she was, the emperor promised to find an opportunity to send her out of the palace soon. He wouldn't let her waste her precious youth trapped in the deep palace. Who knew a month later the emperor suddenly passed away. Just as the girl was mourning for the emperor, the empress suddenly stormed in aggressively to drag the girl away to be buried alive with the emperor, because palace rules dictated consorts without children must be sacrificed for burial. The girl was so frightened she fainted, but when the imperial physician came to examine her, he surprisingly announced the girl was already 1 month pregnant. It turned out this was all arranged by her prime minister father. The father couldn't bear to let his daughter be buried alive, so he asked the physician to falsely claim the girl was pregnant. Because the physician owed the prime minister a life debt, he was willing to risk his life to help the girl. But this was ultimately not a long-term solution. As time passed, the fake pregnancy would surely be exposed, so the prime minister immediately sought out the seventh prince, revealed the truth about the fake pregnancy, and begged him to save the girl's life, promising to fully support